It is new dawn in Kogi State, north-central Nigeria, as Yahaha Bello handed over the baton to his successor, Governor Usman Ododo. After making history on the 27th of January 2015 to become the first person from a minority ethnic group in the states to occupy the Lugard House, Lokoja, Bello believes that he has laid the foundation on which his successors will build to make the states to greater heights. Jide, the White Lion.
White Lion.
After 8 years.
He's done his bit and he has stepped aside for someone else to take over. I think that history will be kind to Yahaha Bello in many ways. I have nothing to say to people who believe that he didn't achieve anything. I've been here in Lagos, hearing that some governors, they didn't do anything, Babinde, he will say it in house, Babinde, it's not, he didn't perform. When I go there by myself,
Honestly,
I will now see.
I've experienced it too. I experienced it in Taraba State.
They'll just say somebody didn't do any work until you go there.
It was 2 kilometers. Do I lie?
Yes, and they never had it. That's the road coming from Yola straight into the heart of the town.
Federal government.
Neglected by government, he did it by himself and put flyover on top. They will say he didn't do anything. Yahaha Bello, there is no governor, first and foremost, no governor can solve all the problems.
No, you can't.
As good as Tinubu was as governor here, he didn't solve all the problem. He left some of them for Fashola to do. As good as Fashola was, one of the best governors of his generation, he didn't do all the work in Lagos. When Ambode came, some of what Fashola should have done.
He abandoned it.
No, what I mean was that some of what Fashola could have done, he did. Like the Oshodi interchange, for example. No one would say that was not a good project. Like even the
world class.
Like even the Pen Cinema.
Yes.
We used to experience serious gridlock. And then they came and Baja.
You cannot recognize that.
Yes. That was what Ambode did.
You get missing if you will not be in Lagos.
So the point that I'm making is governors will come and governors will go. In the area of education and education infrastructure, Yahaha Bello impressed me. I always say to him that, in my view, Kustek was his best achievement. But there are people who point at Ganaja overhead junction, overhead bridge, because it had been there. Successive administrations planned to do it, but they never did it. Look at the hospital in Okene. Look at the GYB, the model school in Adankolo. I saw that model school. I went inside. I've not seen any school like that, a public school, with the kind of facilities at GYB model school. Even the laboratories, what they had in those laboratories, some universities don't have. But you know, all we can wish for is that Kogi will continue to make progress. The new governor
this person will surpass.
Yes, our wish is for him to even surpass his boss. And I'm sure that Yahaha Bello will see nothing wrong in that. Every father wants to see his son or even daughter greater than him. So Ododo, a level-headed person, is taking power. We just hope that he will do a lot better. As an accountant, he's trained in handling resources. So hopefully, we'll be able to use the resources of Kogi State, you know, to take the state to greater heights. So congratulations to Yahaha Bello for his time in office, and hopefully his successor will build on what he has done.
Like the Kogi State is a very peculiar state. When you look at the way, you know, the state is, the composition of the states, and that he was able to reach out to all the interest groups along the line, and he was able to produce a successor, and he was able to replicate the landmark projects in all the 3 senatorial districts. It's something that people will talk about for a long time. Continue to talk
there was nobody that could have picked. That person would not have generated controversy. Even if you had picked somebody from just any of the senatorial district. But I think the impressive thing about him, I mean, this somebody who was born in 1875, he's a young man. I think he should be the youngest that had ever ruled Kogi State. So I think in many areas, he did not disappoint, given the resources available. The only area I think the successor needs to focus on is on tourism. Because Lokoja is one of the most historical cities in Nigeria.
Confluence City.
It was the first headquarter of northern Nigeria, and then became the first headquarter of Nigeria. In fact, Lord Lugard settled there, where they call Mount Patti, where the indigenous people first settled in Lokoja. Then you have the safe of the first bank in Nigeria, is located in Lokoja. Then you have the first primary school in northern Nigeria, also in Lokoja. You have the U.S. warehouse built in those days. Then, centenary of Nigerian soldiers and British soldiers that fought in the First and Second World War. So I hope he can tap on the resources. On the tourist resources in that. Don't forget that Lokoja is a place that over 1 million people pass through that place to Abuja every year.
Yes.
And there is compulsory, most of the time, if you have a stopover, you want to relax. Sometimes you even sleep over in Lokoja, because it's the gateway between the south and the north. So I hope you can concentrate on the tourist potentials, in Lokoja, and then turn that place around. The Staff of Liberty, when the slaves were freed, in Nigeria, it's in that Lokoja. So it's a very historical town, and I hope you can invest in that area, and ensure that that city regains, is brought back to the global map of tourism. I can only wish him the best of luck, and hope that we will bring all dissenting voices, especially our brothers in Okun, who have been sidelined, since Kogi State was created. So he should unite all the people there and then ensure that he performs better than his
with their votes.
predecessor.
Yes, the second time.
Yes,
because he was able to reach out to them and was able to.
He even defeated his opponents in their local governments. Defeated Dino in his local government, defeated Abejide in his local government. So they did very well. They did very well in this election. I want to see the new governor focus on agriculture. Nigeria is the biggest producer of cassava in the world. And Kogi is the biggest producer of cassava in Nigeria. Kogi is the biggest producer of cashew nuts in Nigeria. So there are areas where it can focus on to develop agriculture, and not just develop agriculture, encourage foreign investment in agriculture, in agricultural value chain, because that's where the money is. That's where the money is. A lot of these countries of the West, they don't have cocoa, for example, but they do excellent chocolates. Denmark.
Yes, because the
Danes will do excellent chocolate for you.
They import.
They don't grow cocoa. Some of those crops can't even grow in their area. So we need to encourage the value. Investment in agricultural value chain, because that's where the money is. It's just like if we were to focus on just exporting crude oil, we won't make enough money until we focus on refining and coming up with all the derivatives.
All the byproducts.
Yeah, the byproducts, AGO, kerosene, petrol. That's a global market for them. Nigeria will make money when our refineries are working, and we are now refining those products and sending them abroad, instead of when the situation that we were before, the only crude oil.
Just crude oil and bring PNS back.
I believe that agriculture, Kogi will make more money from agriculture if they focus on it and then bring in investors who will now focus on the value chain. How can a state like Benue, for example, producing so much orange, not even have companies producing fruit juices and all that? You know, it's something that I keep asking myself, what is going on?
And part of that legacy is to sustain the projects, to be able to maintain.
Yes.
Like that reference
hospital
should not be abandoned. Because this is what happened. We see in the situation in Edo States, Adams Oshomole built a world-class hospital in Benin City, but his successor did not attend to it. Today, that hospital, I can't say the states. So if they're able to sustain that development, that kind of world-class hospital, they're able to make sure that they
the
put
prospect
it
of sustaining it is high because it's the same. There's a smooth transition. You know.
Very smooth.
Yeah, and I also believe he realizes they need to work on security. You know.
Yes.
And all that.
I hope you can just be as good as Yahaha Bello has been in the area of security. Yahaha Bello tackled insecurity head-on. It's not easy to be like in the center. Different states.
Everything we don't.
There's Kogi shares boundary with more states than any other state in Nigeria. So all those criminal activities also, you know.
Okay. All right. Now to those states. It's